I welcome all our esteemed speakers, and let me welcome our first speaker, who is Mr. Anand Roy, who is Managing Director of Star Health and Allied Insurance Company Limited. And uh, we are aware that welcome Anandji. Thanks for joining us in this session. It's an honor to have you with us.
Thank you and good morning to everyone. Thank you, Mr. Ravi Gupta, for having me. Well, I'm very privileged to be here in this program.
Thank you. Uh, Let me give a short introduction to Mr. Anand Roy. That Anand Roy is the Managing Director of Star Health and Allied Insurance Company. He is responsible for the overall growth and profitability of the organization, with a special focus on marketing, business strategy, new products and initiatives, and digital business and analytics. And he is a health insurance expert with nearly 2 decades of experience in the Indian insurance and banking sector, and has successfully managed insurance business from startup onwards. So, Anand, let me welcome you again. And we are all aware that your organization, Star Health and Elite Insurance Company Limited, is one of the top organizations for insurance in this country, and your organization has set up high standards of product delivery and customer satisfaction. So let me request you to deliver your keynote address and especially highlight that how your organization has actually handled this whole uh, pandemic situation, and how you have adopted IT in a big way, and actually impacted the whole insurance industry in a big positive way. So Anand, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ravi. And thank you to Elets Technomedia for organizing this event. I'm very happy to be here. As mentioned in the opening remarks by Mr. Ravi Gupta, insurance, especially health insurance, has undergone a rapid digital transformation over the last 15 months. Of course, digitalization was the way forward even before the pandemic broke out. But what has happened in the last 15 months has been uh, unprecedented, both from the pandemic itself, but also from the digital acceleration, what has happened in the insurance industry, and especially for the health insurance industry. Because the health insurance industry is in the forefront of things as this pandemic breaks, and as people were getting admitted in hospitals, along with the entire healthcare ecosystem, the health insurance industry also had to step up its services so as to meet the demands of the customers. And digitalization and automation has played a very major role in this. So in this context, I would just like to throw some light on what are the initiatives my company, that is Star Health Insurance, has done so as to ensure that customer satisfaction and also service delivery is kept on par, or in fact even better than what it was happening before this breakout of the pandemic. So first of all, friends, as you will imagine, the most important thing in health insurance is the service delivery. At the time of claim, when the customer is in the hospital or a patient is in the hospital, and health insurance companies have to give approvals, cashless approvals to those claims within at the speediest time. Earlier, this used to take 2 to 3 hours, but after this pandemic broke out and because of shortage of beds, there was huge demand that these approvals should come very quickly. At our company, at Star Health, we were able to quickly integrate with many of our network hospital partners. That is, as we call them, provider network, and we were able to have a automation and integration with them on a one-to-one basis, and we were able to ensure that the turnaround times in cashless hospitalization was given within 60 minutes, and as a result of which a lot of customers benefited. And even during discharge of patients, when customers are waiting to go out of the hospitals, immediately, because of the technology integrations we had done, what we call, we have created some auto adjudication platforms where straight through processes are built through machine learning, and the system itself is able to approve certain cases instead of going for a human intervention. So because of that, the approvals we were able to give at a very quick time, which benefited the customers, and the experience of the hospitals also was they were also very happy with the services. And the second thing, as far as customers are concerned, if somebody has gone into a hospital and paid the bill and then submits those bills for reimbursements, and that's where again technology played a very major role. And let me tell you, especially during this lockdown when everybody was working from home, it was very difficult for customers to submit the bills. Usually they would come to a branch office and submit the bills, but now everything had to be done through technology. And we had created a customer portal where customers could scan the documents and send it to us, and we were able to process the bills based on that. Even we adopted WhatsApp as one of the service delivery platforms where customers were able to scan the documents and WhatsApp it to us, and we were able to process the bills and keep it ready. So these innovations which we did over the last 15 months helped us to meet the expectations of the customers and clear the huge amount of claims. As you can imagine, being a very large player in health insurance business, we were also flooded with a lot of claims. But because of the digital adoption and the technology enablement that we had already, started our journey earlier, helped us to, keep the expectations of the customers in place.
Fantastic, Anand. And let me ask you that another aspect of this pandemic was employees working from home. So how did that evolve in your organization, and what challenges you faced and how did you handle them?
Yes, Ravi, that's a very interesting point. And because unlike other companies, health insurance companies and Star Health Insurance companies, we could not work from home. We could not shut down our operations. Our operations had to be on 24/7, 365 days, because claims are coming in at any point of time. So our entire claims processing unit had to work from home, and we were able to quickly migrate to a work from home situation, thankfully, because the way our claims processing platforms were built, we were able to quickly migrate to our medical doctors who actually process these claims. We're working from home and we're able to continue the services. And as far as our customer service center is concerned, the call center, which also helps in registering the claims of our customers, and any doubts or any grievances or any kind of clarifications they have, they can call. So we have an enterprise level CRM, which we were able to move to our call center executives also sitting at home and attending those customer service requests, and ensuring that replies were given in time or coordinations were done, so that the services were. And I'm very proud to tell you that our services were going on without any interruption, and whether it is in terms of claims processing or in terms of new business procurement or renewals of our existing business, everything is happening very smoothly because of the immense amount of adoption in technology. And one thing which has surprised us all, especially, is the quick manner in which a general public is willing to adopt to technology. And that is the most key learning in this overall 15 months of experience. It's not only the organizations and the employees, it's also the general public is willing to adopt technology if they see value in it, and if they see it helps them to get the services in a more efficient and faster manner. I think that is a very key learning, and this learning is going to keep us improving upon our investments in technology so that we can keep on improving from here.
There was a statement by Satya Nadella. He was saying that whatever had to happen in technology adoption in 5 years, it has happened in 1 year because of COVID. So how do you relate this statement with the health insurance industry or insurance industry as a whole in India?
Yeah, I totally agree with that statement. In fact, we are totally surprised in the manner in which the general public has adopted to technology, because we were always of the view that insurance is a very paper-heavy industry. Where customers want paper policies, they want paper ID cards, they will submit their paper claims, and then it was a very paper-intensive industry. But the last 15 months, the overall thought process has changed, and what Mr. Satya Nadella has said is absolutely true. What we were doing in the last 3-4 years has totally been, more than that has been done in the last 1 year, in terms of adoption itself and in terms of the investments in technology itself. And today technology has become not an enabler of business, it has become the core business itself. And I think even as an insurance company, what we are doing right now, Mr. Ravi, is we are investing a lot on how do we increase automations. Okay, so for example, the chatbot process, the bots which are self-service portals, all has been created. I think the adoption levels are going up so much, and we are very encouraged by that. So we are of the view that as we go along post this pandemic, the entire insurance industry and the health insurance industry in particular is going to go through a very, very rapid transformation and digitalization, which never happened earlier and which might not have happened unless this kind of a situation came through.
Another question is that the health insurance sales has been a human-centric process where a sales person actually meets a customer, explains him, and convinces him to have a health insurance policy. How has the sales process evolved in this last 1 year?
Yes, the awareness created by this pandemic has definitely, increased the sales of health insurance in the general public. People are now aware that health insurance is no more an expense, but rather a good investment to be done to protect the entire family, and not only the immediate family, but also seniors in the family. Parents-in-law, uncle, aunts. So I think that awareness has been created. But of course, how do we service the customers and how do we reach out to customers during this lockdown phase when customers are not also very comfortable in meeting face to face, which used to happen earlier, where insurance agents would go and meet the customer and explain to them. So today it has gone through a hybrid. Now it has become a hybrid process, Ravi. What has happened is most of it is happening over telephone. The agents are still, not meeting physically, but they're calling the customers, explaining to them. And it has become a phygital model. It is a mix of physical and digital, where the agency force or the bank assurance force is already there. They're talking to the customers, probably doing the transaction online instead of doing it on a piece of paper across the table. And that has been the transformation as far as onboarding new customers are concerned. Yes, insurance, health insurance, even today continues to be a consultative product where customers want to talk to somebody to understand the product features, and that's where the agents and the bank assurance teams plays a very big role. But the way of closing or fulfilling the proposal has become totally online. And as far as Star Health is concerned, we have taken it one more step forward, in the sense that earlier we medical underwriting, health insurance business does require some kind of underwriting and medical. So we have totally automated that entire process from end to end. So everything happens through an online system where we have a team of doctors at the back end who evaluate the proposal form and do a video conference with the customers if required, and to evaluate the risk profile of the customer and the health profile of the customer. So everything is done on a digital manner, and policies are given out within 24 hours time without having to either go for a health checkup or to even have to meet anybody face to face. That is the current, that is a great transformation that has happened.
Yes. And let me ask you about this work from home. Like we were all thinking or hoping that after this COVID wave had decreased in the February or March, like things will improve from April, but we got into a second wave, and which has been a very, very disastrous wave in many sense, and people are still talking about the third wave. So how are you seeing the employee workplace? Are you seeing that your organization will be opening the office or say hybrid workplace? Like how is that model emerging, work from home or in office model?
Yeah, so we are a large organization. We have more than 15,000 employees with more than 1,000 offices. So work from home, of course, there are certain areas where we believe that a hybrid model can continue, where parts of the business, parts of the departments can work from home. But we believe that as the lockdown opens up, our organizations will mostly come back to physical offices, working from offices. Uh, Probably not in full strength as it was earlier, maybe in half strength as allowed by the local regulations. But I expect that as far as the insurance business is concerned, and especially Star Health Insurance, mostly we will go back to our normal ways of working, because still it is insurance is more of consultative in nature, and I think that will be important to keep the business running. So we don't
Sure.
expect that work from home situation will continue forever for us.
Sure. And how did you handle the security issues in this lockdown situation? Because employees were working from home and having access to a lot of data. So how did you handle that?
Yes. So obviously, all the access was given through, companies' resources. Nobody had access of to on their private, PCs or laptops. So obviously, the security processes were built in place. But having said that, we did invest a lot in cybersecurity even before this pandemic happened, where all our portals, all our companies processing softwares are all very strictly governed through our cybersecurity norms. So we have ensured that we keep very on top of such kind of things from the beginning itself.
Sure. And how do you see the impact of this COVID on the overall health insurance penetration in the country? Like how much it has increased in the last 1.5 years, and what is the short-term and long-term impact of this on health insurance as a industry as a whole?
Yeah, very, very good question, Ravi, and very important one as such. Because see, in India, health insurance penetration is one of the lowest in the entire world. Apart from some, so there are basically two segments or three segments. Let's say the lower in the BPL, the below poverty line, which the state governments and the central governments scheme take care of that. The Ayushman Bharat scheme of the Prime Minister, and then there are state government scheme which take care of the below poverty line and the poor people. But it is the middle income and the middle class Indians who do not have any kind of protection unless they are having some kind of protection with, let's say, if they're employed with some corporate. But that is where I think the penetration levels are very, very low. And the awareness that has been created, and even the regulator, the insurance regulator, IRDAI, launched some, COVID specific products, and which was very, very helpful for the general public to, cover themselves and their family. But in the long term, I believe that now the mindset of the insuring public has definitely undergone a change. People are more interested in having a full-fledged health insurance program for themselves and their family. And I'm seeing this coming, the demand coming, Ravi, from all segments of the society. Okay. Earlier, it used to be only a health insurance would, somebody who has crossed 45, 50 years of age would start thinking about health insurance. But today, after the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, and the younger generation also getting affected by it quite a bit, we are seeing a lot of demand coming from the younger age group. That is the millennials, people below 30, below 35 are more interested in buying a policy for themselves and for their family. We are seeing the demand coming from the rural areas, and we are seeing the tier 2, tier 3, in going further, tier 4, tier 5, and even the rural markets. We are seeing tremendous amount of demand coming from those areas, because they also have had to suffer during this pandemic. So I think as a business, as a penetration of health insurance is concerned, will definitely go up substantially, and it has been proven in the past. When there was an outbreak of SARS and MERS in Hong Kong and in Middle East, there was a rapid, accelerated growth of the health insurance business for the next 5-6 years, and I expect the same thing will happen in India also after this.
Fantastic. And as you mentioned about that, you are reaching out to the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities, and a lot of the businesses like becoming digital. How much local language usage in your website or apps is happening? Like, are you seeing localization of language will also be a trend in the future?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that is work in progress. To be very frank, we are seeing a lot of what you say response on our digital marketing campaigns, which is happening in the vernacular and local languages. So we have started doing a lot of marketing campaigns in regional languages, and the adoption and the click-through rates are amazing on those campaigns. We are in the process of making multilingual website and apps available to our customers. But I think that, as you rightly said, very, very, very important, and that will only improve adoption and penetration of health insurance.
Sure. And like if you could if you can give some numbers in terms of how much was this health insurance industry penetration before COVID, and after like 15 months of COVID, how has that changed? Or like how the rate of growth of health insurance in this country, how it has evolved? Like if you give some data point, it will be
Sure.
nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So health insurance business last financial year was close to 60,000 crores for the industry. Okay. And it has grown at almost 20% year on year. So this is the fastest growing segment in the general insurance space. Now, the overall general insurance business obviously comprises of property, motor insurance, and all of that. Health insurance is the largest segment of that. The overall general insurance business is close to 180,000 crores, of which 60,000 crores is health insurance business. And over the years, it has been growing fastly. It has been growing quite fast, and now the pace of growth has got definitely accelerated. We are seeing a lot of inquiries coming from small and medium enterprises. It's not only the individuals or the corporates. A lot of the SME segment is also now covering their employees, whether it's a restaurant or a small or a small manufacturing unit or whatever. We are seeing a lot of interest in those kind of enterprises, and we believe going forward, customization and personalization will play a very, very important role. Okay, because customers are now demanding that if there is some kind, if they are, for example, if somebody is taking care of their health and they are very fitness oriented, why can't they get a better rate in terms of their health insurance? So integration of wearables and trackable devices, so that if somebody is doing if they are taking care of health, they can report that to the health insurance company and get some benefit out of it. So these are the personalization which are happening right now in the industry. It's going through a major transformation, and I believe that technology will be leading this transformation as we go forward.
Fantastic, Anand. I think I enjoyed this discussion thoroughly, and I have learned a lot in last half an hour with you. What a pleasure and honor to have you with us. So we will end this session here, and thank you so much. And requesting.
Thank you so much, Ravi.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Anand. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Ravi Gupta. It was a wonderful conversation. I hope our audience has really enjoyed such an insightful conversation from you. Thank you so much for your presence, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Bye.